Um,
Quite comfortable, but it's been a long road.
Pretty open, if not completely.
I think it's been a long journey, and I think I'm still at the kind of relative early stages of that journey. Everyone comes to talking about mental health from a different perspective.
I think I'm more and more comfortable the older I get, and more confident in that it's a normal thing to talk about. It shouldn't be something that we hide and keep private.
Funny enough, it can be easier to talk to strangers about your mental health than it is to talk to your own friends and family. You know, that kind of gnawing sensation in the back of your head. If I talk about my mental health and my struggles, are people going to lose respect for me? Are they going to think that I'm not capable and that I'm, a mess?
Yes.
I definitely think I present myself differently.
I can be relatively comfortable at workplace in some instances. In others, I don't think that one can be.
I think you always present yourself as something different at work because you have that sort of professional appearance that you have to keep up.
There is always a difference. There's always a barrier because you are there to respect someone else's practice or workflow.
One should let those feelings out with people you trust that are outside of your business space. I don't think it's effective for your company or team to sort of bear all.
Sometimes you're only human, so you can't help but have your personal life bleed into your professional life.
Like, it's becoming more accepting to talk about low mood or to talk about depression or to talk about anxiety, which is great that we're starting to break down the stigma around it. However, I don't think that as a society we're at a place where we can talk about other types of mental health.
Yes, many times.
Especially depending on the management you're under.
You leave work and you're still doing work.
If you happen to come across a manager that they themselves don't handle themselves very well, or they're learning even if they have the best interests at heart.
I think I have tendency to overwork myself.
And sometimes they're stressed and they pass that on.
Suicide is a horrific thing that affects many people. It's the single biggest killer of men between 25 and 55 now.
I think that's something that has become too commonplace, of where you're sort of expected to get the job done, not complain about it, and people don't want to know how you get the job done.
I have difficulty to say no to work.
And that, in my opinion, is due to the fact that there's so much pressure on men of a certain age to be something, to be someone in the corporate world, corporate culture, no matter where you work.
Whether that means you clock off at 6 p.m, but then keep working until 11 so that you have that report filed, or you have that collection of homework assignments done. And it's not healthy.
Yeah, definitely. The people I work with are all very supportive and compassionate people.
Yes, I would say so. Always to a certain extent, though. Never fully.
My employer, yes.
We do talk about the importance of taking breaks and stepping away from the computer.
I was really shocked in a good way and really surprised and happy that I was working for a place that was so open about mental health.
I feel more supported, maybe because of my mindset, but also because of the awareness. And in the industry, I did see a little bit of a shift.
Being, cognizant of your mental health and the importance of a good work-life balance.
But then within my industry, we have a lot farther to go.
As well as the awareness raising days or months to talk about mental health, it should be institutionalized in the way that we work.
I feel like most actors already struggle financially.
Weekly check-ins, resources allocated from their workplace into staff mental health.
We've got to start seeing mental health the same as physical health.
Everyone that works in hospitality, whether they do early shifts or night shifts, it is very rare that I would actually have a dinner break or a lunch break if it is that time.
The main thing is for everybody just to have an openness to be willing to have these conversations.
If I want to ask for help, I need to pay for it. You kind of go, oh, I'd rather not.
It's not just about the workplace, it's about society as a whole, but I wish there was greater conversation around sort of mental illnesses, which are lifelong disabilities as well.
So yeah, it would be nice if every company kind of has their own, a person that can help you with these kind of things.
Once the conversational floor and the door to that room is opened, everything will just get better from there on out.
Somebody that's like kind of helping you with your career and be like, okay, so what should we do? What would help you? Should we change this around? Should we work on this? Should you get on a course? What would help you?
The biggest thing that all industries and my industry, which it's already started happening, is to just make sure that you're creating the environment that makes these kind of conversations possible and accessible for everybody.